Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today's recipe is one of my favorites, the double one, with the same exact ingredients, plus something in addition for mommy and daddy. We're going to prepare 2 meals for our little ones and for the rest of the family. The recipe is called baby asparagus puree and fusilli pasta with asparagus sauce. So in no time, you will have a very nice and healthy meal for everybody. One question that I received: asparagus, should I give to my baby asparagus puree starting from when? Okay, so as we're going to steam asparagus, I would say that it's totally fine to introduce asparagus puree in your baby's diet starting from 7-8 months. So it might not be the first vegetable that you're going to offer to your baby, but it can be one of the first ones that you're going to use. Two good things about asparagus: that it's very rich in potassium and it's a very good antioxidant. What we need for today's recipe: a good pound of fresh asparagus that you can see they're nice, and usually you can find different sizes. I'm going for the medium size, so not the thin one and not the big one, and it's the green one, not the white asparagus. For our babies, we just need asparagus, some Parmesan cheese, and some good extra virgin olive oil as always. For mommy and daddy, so for our pasta, our fusilli pasta, we need, of course, fusilli pasta. I would say another pound for 4-6 people. 2 full tablespoons of ricotta cheese, another good 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. A substitution for ricotta and cream cheese can be heavy cream, but as you know, I do not like to use very heavy ingredients, so I prefer the lighter version, cream cheese and ricotta cheese. And 1 medium onion, a few tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, some extra virgin olive oil, some salt. We're going to cook for mommy and daddy and older kids. That's it, super duper easy recipe. Let's prepare our asparagus. There is the nice tip that usually is the best part, is the most tender part of the asparagus. And then we've got a green body that slowly gets white. What we're going to do is that we're going to chop out the tip, of course, and we're going to keep chopping basically up until 2 things. The green part will switch to white, that's when we have to stop. Or you will feel from the knife when the asparagus starts getting hard, it's time to stop because it will stay hard even after we will cook it. As you can see, our stems, they're nicely chopped, half an inch length, and our tips, they're nicely chopped too. We're going to cook them in the steamer. So we're going to place the hard part at the bottom, that's the gems, and half of the tips on top. Cover it and let it steam for 10-15 minutes. Check at 10 minutes because we chop them in tiny pieces, so the cooking time should not be so long. Meanwhile, we are going basically to dice our onion. Wow, I chop my onion, as you can see, I start crying as always. In a nice pan, we're going to turn the heat on at medium, and we're going to put 1 or 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Let the oil warm for 30 seconds, 1 minute, not even. When the oil is warm, we will add the onions. And we will let the onions cook for 5-6 minutes. We want the onion to get tender, nice, and as I always say, transparent. It's time to prepare the water for our pasta. Just take a nice big pan, fill it for 3/4 of water, and turn the heat on. When the water will start boiling, we will add 1 tablespoon of salt and our pasta, of course. Our onions, they're ready. It's time to add our asparagus tips. Adjust with some salt. I would say half a teaspoon. Remember, it's for mommy and daddy and grown-up kids, so it's fine. And just stir it. And now we're going to let them cook for another 4-5 minutes. Basically, we want the asparagus tips to stay kind of crunchy and do not break. Our pan is cooking. Meanwhile, our water is almost boiling, but our asparagus here, they are ready and cooked, steamed. So now let's think about our babies. So our puree. We're going to take, let's say, 6 tablespoons of asparagus, and we're going to put them in a container. As we always do with baby puree, we're going to use the water that we use to steam our vegetables to create our puree. Why? Because even if the steaming process is a very good cooking process, because all the nutritional elements, they mainly stay in the vegetables, but some of them, as you can see from the color of the water, they go in the water. That's why we use the same water to make the puree. Let's start with 1/3 cup of water, 1 good tablespoon of Parmesan cheese, another 1/2 tablespoon of good extra virgin olive oil. With an immersion blender, we're going to create our baby puree. See? 1 minute, not even, and our baby food is ready. Look, it's nice, creamy, and smooth. How liquid should it be? All depends from your baby's age. So the younger your baby is, like 7-8 months, the more liquid should be. If you want it more liquid, keep adding some vegetable broth from the steaming water. If you want it more solid, keep adding some asparaguses. Let's keep going with the recipe for mommy and daddy. Using the remaining asparagus, we're going to create a kind of second puree. We're going to place in the container our asparaguses, few tablespoons of the water we used for steaming our asparaguses, the cream cheese, and the ricotta cheese. And let's puree everything. Perfect. Let's adjust with some salt. Another 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Done. Our mommy and daddy puree is perfect, is ready to be used. We need to cook the pasta. So our water is boiling. We just put 1 tablespoon of salt in the boiling water. Remember, always check the cooking time on the package, because different shapes of pasta have different cooking times. So for our fusilli, it's 7 to 8 minutes. See you later in 7 to 8 minutes to put everything together. Bye. Let's check our pasta. Perfect. Drain the pasta. Ooh. And let's mix together our ingredients. So, our pasta, our mommy and daddy puree. We stir. We serve our pasta in our dishes, putting on top our asparagus tip. And of course, final touch, a nice tablespoon of Parmesan cheese and just few drops of extra virgin olive oil on top, and our fusilli with asparagus will be ready to be tasted from the whole family. So today's recipe was a double one. We did a nice baby puree with asparagus, and we did the mommy and daddy version that is pasta with asparagus sauce. I really hope you're going to enjoy everything. We're going to see each other next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa, and as always, BuonaPappa a tutti, buona pasta a tutti. Bye, ciao!